Everybody, really nice quick one that we're going to do now. We're going to set up our main menu, and we're going to start with some control buttons that's going to start the game or restart the game, depending on how you want to do it. We're going to start off with a sprite, and this sprite's going to be our button. I'm going to do create sprite, I'm going to edit sprite, and I'm going to create file and new. I'm going to choose a width of 256, and I'm going to go with a height of 64. Again, these are nice power of 2 numbers, but you can choose any numbers that you want, but we want to make them multiples of 32 so they tie in nicely with our snappings, which is 32 by 32. What I'm then going to do is I've got my button currently very bland. All I'm going to do is make my button have a black background, and from there I'm going to use the font tool, which is just here. Obviously I can't do black text on a black background, so I'm going to set this to white, and I'm just going to have play game as my message. Just like you can in Paint, you can move this around, you can resize it, you can select the font. It should default to about size 12, so you can increase or decrease it. I've chosen size 26. You can change the font should you want to. If you're feeling particularly evil, you could have Comic Sans. Let's have Comic Sans. Where are you, Comic Sans? C. There we go. Oh, no, it's denying me Comic Sans. Okay, well, we're going to go with Frankly Gothic then. The computer has spoken. So we've got this button here. You can jazz it up, you can make it look however you like. It's just a graphic, it doesn't do anything special. Then we're going to add our object, as we have done a million times by now. Right click, create object. Oh, we've missed a step out. Sprite, SPR underscore play button. We're then going to do the same trick for our new object that we've created, obj underscore play button. Going to have our button sprite associated to it, and then we're going to press OK. We need a new room, and this new room is going to be our main menu. So let's go to settings and call it main menu. Notice with my naming conventions, I am capitalizing all of my rooms here. That's a convention I've chosen to go with. You guys can do the same. So I've called this main menu. I'm going to go to the objects. I'm going to place my play button in the center of our screen. We could imagine we could have a nice title up here, or a number of buttons, or you could have a link to your credits, whatever it is you wanted to say about your game. And we're going to play our game, and let's see what happens. The problem that we've got is the game loads, the game plays. It goes to our first level. The challenge with this is looking at the rooms on the left. It says level 1, win screen, lose screen, main menu. That is an order. That's nothing accidental there. It loads level 1 first. It's the first thing on the list. So if we want the main menu to load first, you have to grab main menu, click it, drag it, move it up to the top of the list. Then press play, and it will load main menu first. But again, the button will do exactly what we've told it to, which is nothing. So let's add a bit of code. Object play button. Now, I don't want to key press. You might think intrinsically key press. You can do if you want key press. Enter. When I press the enter key, it does this. But I'm going to show you mouse. When we press mouse, and we're going to do left button, when I've left buttoned on that, there's all sorts of different things. Key things to notice if you're trying to do click anywhere on screen, global mouse. We're going to do some more on that in later videos, but for now, left button's absolutely fine for what we're doing here. I'm then going to go to control, add a bit of code. Because I want to change my room, we know that our keyword is room, and we want to go to a certain room. Room underscore go to. And then the room that we want to go to is level 1. What we do want to do here is add a transition of some description. We want it to make it look good. I don't know off the top of my head how to do this, so let's figure it out together. To the internet. If ever you're looking for anything, GML, and then what you're looking for. You can see I've already planned this one. And literally, you'll find anything that you're looking for. I've already read this documentation, and I know that it tells me there is a keyword here, transition kind, and it tells me I can choose a transition. So I'm going to do transition kind. And from there, transition kind equals, and if I go back to my list, let's have a nice fade out and in. That's number 21. So let's do 21. As before though, I want that to happen before I change my room. And let's see what that does. Will I get a nice icon? We get a nice fade and the game loads. Fantastic. Well done.